in this episode, you will learn if you actually have a business or if it's just an expensive hobby. Welcome to the Spiritually Ambitious Entrepreneur Podcast. This is the space for my recovering overachievers and perfectionists who want to build a business that changes lives and that doesn't burn you out. I am your host, Coach Chels, ex-doctor, six-figure entrepreneur, and full-time traveler. And I am currently here coming at you from Jersey, because it's not New Jersey, as I've made it clear in some other episodes. We are in the Channel Islands. It's like the British Isles. It's off the coast of France. It's like kind of in the Atlantic Ocean, but it's in the English Channel. Hence why it's called the Channel Islands, I've realized recently. So enough about the geography. Let's get to the show. So this is part of the Inner CEO series, which is a series on the podcast coming at you every Friday, where I am teaching you the mindset of a six-figure entrepreneur. It's where you learn how to start leading yourself through the uncertainty, through the noise, through the drama. And it's where you learn how to own your value, to charge sustainably, to let money support you. It's all the inner work, all the mindset things that need to happen for you to become a six-figure full-time entrepreneur. So let's get to the show. I have a question that is probably going to be quite confronting for you. And this is a no shame, not throwing shade. It's just like a real talk moment. Do you actually have a business or do you have an expensive hobby? So what I've noticed for clients who start working with me is they're more a student of business than actually being an entrepreneur. So maybe right now you are binging courses, you're binging podcasts, you're stacking your certifications, you're prepping things, like you've built the infrastructure of your business. Maybe you've shelled out a lot of money for a website designer so that you look professional. You have your offers listed. They're making everything really pretty, professional, and ready. But you're being more of a student than an entrepreneur, like apprentice to the entrepreneur kind of a vibes instead of full real life entrepreneur. And what I mean by that distinction is you don't have consistent money coming in. You don't have consistent clients, sales. And you're also not focusing your time and energy on revenue generating activities. You are kind of playing business. You're like performing at business, but without actually doing the relationship building and the revenue generating and the things that are actually required for sales. And again, this is not shame. This is just something I've noticed with a lot of my clients is they're still like student hobby apprenticey vibe, and they're not really moving into like, I am an entrepreneur, I am a business owner, I make money through my business. So let's go through mindset of expensive hobby. And I want you to just take this honest self-inventory right now. Like, where do I see myself in this? What parts of this resonate or feel true for me? Like, where am I in all of this? And wherever you are, it's okay. Like we don't need to be upset with ourselves. We can just move on from here. It's just this recognition of like, this is not going to get me where I want to go. Now we get to shift. So mindset of expensive hobby. Let's go into it. Number one, it is reactive. It is run by emotion. And I have been here. I'm sure you have. It's you post something online and like it doesn't get the engagement you wanted. And you put a lot of time into it and you're like, why is it falling flat? You're going through a launch and you're putting yourself out there consistently and you're like, why isn't anybody signing up? Or like, I'm posting about this webinar and no one's joining. And then you're feeling sad, you're feeling dejected. And there's this emotional roller coaster of it. You feel embarrassed. You feel like shame. You're judging yourself. It's frustrated. Maybe you're feeling that when it comes to content, like social media and like the algorithm. And then maybe when it comes to clients as well. I sent this thing out and this client doesn't want to work with me and I feel sad about it and I feel hurt and I feel rejected. I really needed them to sign up, or because they didn't sign up, I'm a failure and it's not going to work. There's just emotional reactivity around the whole thing. So if this is something you can relate to, again, no shame. I have done this. I have been there. I have done my sad girl, sad coach life. Okay. Number two, you're inconsistent. You're just posting when you feel like it. So, like, maybe you have a schedule, maybe you are consistent, but it's consistently small, or like by the book, or just I'm posting every day, I'm doing all the things, but like you're not really, not in a real way, or you're being inconsistent because like there's times where you're like, oh, I just don't have time for this. I just can't like get around to it. Oh, like life got busy. Life is lifing. I just like can't get this podcast out because I don't have time. But like the thing is, you're taking way too long to make it. You're posting when you feel like it. You're showing up in general for things like when you feel like it. It's usually tied into the emotional reactivity. When you feel like something's not working, you get really discouraged and you just stop and you're like, oh, I need to figure out a different way to do it. This one's not working. There's no point in posting, so I just won't do it at all. Does it sound like I'm familiar with this in my own head? Because you better believe that I have been through this too. So this is expensive hobby mindset. Another one, number 3, is you are seeking validation. It's so important for you that other people like your stuff and engage with your stuff, that people buy, because that's how you know that it's working. That's how you know that it's good enough. That's how you know you're good enough. You want your clients after every call or after every course, like you want testimonials from them, but not because you're kind of this neutral, like, let me refine the process. It's like you need to know that you're good enough, right? Because otherwise you're just not sure it's good enough. You're waiting for something outside of you to let you know that you're good enough. Maybe I should have done this one first, because you're so reliant on that. When you're not getting the validation or feedback, then you feel emotionally reactive and then you are inconsistent. So you can see how it's all related. And there's this huge, like, you can see like where it begins and what's happening, and like probably, hopefully, you can see like what we need to do about it. Okay, the next one, expensive hobby mindset, is you're more comfortable investing money than making money. And the thing is, you may be telling yourself, well, you have to spend money to make money. And that is actually not true. No, it used to be true potentially in the brick and mortar days where you had to like, you needed investors, or like there was some level of money you needed to spend to make money. However, it is 2025. I would like to remind you. And that's actually not true anymore. You don't have to spend money to make money. You have to learn how to make money to make money. And sometimes there's few startup costs, but truly you could actually have 0 startup costs and you could make money. The correlation of making money is not, if I spend money, then I make money. That's not the correlation. The thing you need to make money is to learn how to make money. So this is something I see, especially with like really high earning professionals. You're like, okay, I'm going to take this really seriously. So I'm going to invest a lot of money into it by getting my certification, getting my website. Like, you're getting all of these things set up, getting a brand, getting a logo designer. You're like sinking money into it and you're making it look like a business. Maybe you hire a lawyer, you get a contract. Like, you're doing all of these things to build a business because you're more comfortable spending money than learning how to make money. And the things that you're spending money on, it's not this like clear ROI, right? You're not actually spending money on things like learning how to make sales. You're not actually spending money on things like healing your money stories and your money mindset. You're spending money on like all these other things, thinking it's going to make you feel good enough to make money, but you're not really addressing the actual money. And so you're almost like creating the image of a business without actually having a real way to for the business to make money. Because the things that actually make money, what I talked about before, the revenue generating activities of a business, relationship building, like visibility, content creation, putting offers out there, like having sales conversations, doing your money mindset healing, like all of this kind of stuff. Maybe you're investing in things like courses, and it's like the courses are in some way trying to teach you how to make money, but then either you're not implementing them, or you've tried a little bit, but it didn't work for you. Maybe you're trying like digital courses and you're like, okay, well, I created a digital course and I put it out there and I followed all the instructions, but it didn't work. So let me try something else. So maybe digital courses don't work for me. So I'm going to try something else. But you're not really looking at like, what did I do? What parts of it didn't work? Where am I in this? Because any way to make money can work, but it's like about how you're implementing strategy and like who you're being while you implement it. All of this to say, at the bottom line is you're not really comfortable or focused on the skill of making money. It's almost like you're more interested in looking like you have a business to other people and like looking professional than actually being a business that makes money. You're trying to build it so that they'll come, but now you have built it and they have not come. And you're like, what up? What's going on? And it's really the truth as well. We haven't learned the skill set of making money. Another big hallmark, and this sort of like ties it all in a bow of hobby mindset, is you're like dipping your toe into things, like hoping it works. Oh, is this going to work? Oh, let me try this thing. Let me dip my toe here. And there's a little bit of a half-ass vibe, but you're telling yourself you're trying really hard and you're trying everything. But if you're being super honest and you really look at it, you're not. Man, I had to confront this recently. I was like, "Oh my god, I have my half-ass demon." And it's the part of me that's saying, "You've tried everything. You're trying so much." And it's like, "But I'm actually not. I'm actually holding myself back from really trying everything. I'm actually burning myself out through overthinking, not actions." So there's this half-ass vibe that is happening where you dip your toe in, you're waiting for a little bit of validation. Without the validation, you don't have it, then you get reactive. You take your toe out, right? There's the inconsistency. There's still this like, okay, well, I'll quit my job if my business works. I need this to work first, which again is really fair financially, but it's the energy of I'm not really willing to commit fully. I'm not willing to go all in. And you're probably not owning up to the identity of like being a full business person. Maybe you're telling people like I have a side gig, or you're like, I'm a small business owner, small. I keep myself really small. Or I have a little side thing I'm doing. When I first came out, guys, this is ridiculous, but this is just where I was. My first blog post I wrote about like why I'm walking away from residency. What I said in my first blog post was, I'm going to build an online empire. Do you understand what I said? There was no dip my toe in. There was, hey, I'm leaving this career path, burn the boats, storm the island. I am building an empire. Watch me go. That is literally where I was. You see the difference of like, oh, I'm going to try this thing, to my first post out the door, coming at the gate, guns a blazing. I'm building an empire. And so like, I need you guys to take that. So we'll get into that. I already got a little ahead of myself, but for a moment, take this honest inventory of yourself, where you have been, and let me know in the comments what you resonate with. Where are you showing up in hobby mindset? Don't be hard on yourselves. Take that honest inventory. And now let's get into the mindset of a full-time CEO. There are things that we do in my world when we are working on the inner game of entrepreneurship. So all of these, like the Inner CEO series, this is all the types of things that we do inside my program, The Sanctuary. And this is where I teach you guys how to develop inner leadership, how to build the mindset that's required to become a full-time CEO. So it is not strategy, it is straight up mindset work. If you want to learn about that space, be in that space, get information about this spiritually ambitious sanctuary, doing the inner work of entrepreneurship, send me a message, hello@coachchelsmd.com. So mindset number one is wavering. You're becoming unwavering. You are not reactive. You're not like, let me just try this and see if it works. Oh, it didn't work. Let me react. No, you are unwavering. You take a stand. You stake your claim. You're like, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to help people. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to change my mind every 2 minutes. I'm not going to change my niche here because it's not working. I'm not going to just flip flop around looking for someone to validate me and being like, I need to keep shifting and changing until someone else tells me that it's working. I'm not going to change my I help statement every 2 seconds. No, like I'm going to figure out who I am. I'm going to figure out who I want to help. I'm going to do my market research, but then I'm going to stand in it. I'm going to stake my claim. So there's strategy involved in getting to this mindset as well, but also just be in this mindset, right? So we're not available for like, it's not working. Oh, let me change this. No, like you know who you are. You know who you're here to help. You know what you're doing. You put it out there and you are unwavering. You know that things take time to build momentum. And so you're not deterred if you don't get immediate recognition. You're not going to freak out and say, oh my God, it's not working, if things don't happen immediately, because you understand you are in this for the long game. You are unwavering. Number two is you are consistent. You're consistent before anyone cares. You're consistent before anyone's watching. You are being consistent for you to develop your thought leadership, to develop your authority, to grow who you are. You're showing up for you first and foremost. Like me doing these series right now. I don't know who's going to watch this, right? I'm entering into a new niche because I'm rebranding, I'm up leveling things. Okay, part of this is I need to show up. I need to build thought leadership. I need to build authority here. So I'm going to show up consistently to create something that matters. Like I'm going to become somebody in this niche by showing up consistently to become that person. What's important is I'm building and developing my thought leadership. I'm putting out videos every single week for 12 weeks, 2 different videos. So 24 videos. Like I'm committed to it. People don't have to care. People don't have to watch. I'm showing up for me. I'm showing up to become who I need to be to lead in this space. Number 3, self-validation. You don't need other people to tell you that you're good enough. You don't need stamps of approval. You don't need attagirls. You don't need applause. You're going to look at your work and you're like, this is epic. This is a masterpiece. This matters. This is good. I can objectively look at this and say, this is good. Yes, I can always get better. I'm always learning and growing. A year from now, I'll look at it and be like, this is embarrassing. But right now, this is really good. I'm always improving. But at my core, I am good enough. What I'm putting out is good enough. And I will continue to refine for excellence. And it's good. I can validate this, right? Same with like analytics, social media stuff. Like you can look at all of this and take it as like a game to see what's working. Ooh, I wonder what I could tweak here to like get even more people involved. But you're not doing it from, oh, this is hopeless. All my stuff, the algorithm hates me. Like, oh, it's never gonna work. Oh, this, like, you're not spiraling. You're not going into sad girl. You're not doing a pity thing. You're just like interested, curious, gamifying it. You're just validating yourself. Hey, I'm already good enough. What I have to say is epic. I'm learning a new skill. It takes time. And that's great, right? Cool. You are good enough. You become obsessed with validating yourself. And how do you do that? Like, just every day, you just validate it. Every time I'm creating something, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. I love what I'm creating. You also want to look back through your own history for evidence that you're good enough. Just look back, like take note of your wins. Take note of the wins your clients are having. This is something I have all my clients do. Like we catalog our wins. Every single time they get on a call with me, what do you want to celebrate? What are your wins? We just have to look for it every single day. How is it that you are winning? What are you doing that's good enough? Like you just have to decide. And when I say wins and like celebrations, this is how I define it. A win is something that you have done within your control that is leading you towards who you want to be. How are you winning today? Okay, another mindset of full-time CEO, you are more interested in learning how to make money with what you currently have, what you currently know. Like, what do I have right now? How can I leverage this to start making money? Once I start making money from that, then how can I invest this to grow my skill set and to grow things even further, right? So then you're using the things from your business to then invest more in your business. But it's not like I need to spend all of this money first to feel good enough before I ever start making money. I'm already good enough. There's already a way to make money with what I know, what I have, what's in front of me. I always have to do the scary thing instead of the safe thing. I can start making money. From there, I can continue to invest in myself to learn and grow more. Okay, final mindset piece of full-time CEO is you're not dipping your toe in. You're not just like trying it out. You are in. You are all in. There's no other choice. There's not a backup plan. You're like, I'm gonna find a way to make it work, come hell or high water. Like I'm figuring out it is done. There's no other choice. It's just going in there with this mindset of, I'm not like, oh, let's just try it. It's a side gig. Let's see if it works. No, I'm doing it. I'm not available for expensive hobby. I'm going to find a way to help people. I'm going to find a way to make money doing it and feel really good and have freedom. Like you get stubborn about it. You're like, actually, no, we are doing this. I'm not sitting here meek and timid and wondering like, oh, is this going to ever work? Like, no, get stubborn. There's no other option. I'm doing this. I'm going all in. I'm learning the skills to make money. I can figure it out. I will heal things that need to be healed along the way. I will grow. Like There's no other choice. I'm doing it. Do you feel this? This is where we get to. Where is it that you need to grow to embody these mindset pieces of full-time CEO? It is a long game. When our mind becomes an ally, when our mind becomes our ride or die, and we are on the same team and it is bringing us towards the life we want, that's when we become unstoppable. When your mind is like your frenemy, it's like, that is so fetch. And then, oh my God, that's the fuggliest thing I've ever seen. Like when that is your mind, and it is getting in your way because it's a frenemy, it's like you're driving a car with the e-brake on. It is a lot more work than it needs to be. So get your mind on board, become your ally. It's a huge part of the work. If you want support in this, if you want support training your mind to become your ally, this is the work we do inside my community, the Spiritually Ambitious Sanctuary. We are doing this inner work. We are becoming entrepreneurs in the mind first. So this is huge. Send me a message, hello@coachchelsmd.com, and I would love to have you join us inside the sanctuary.